And welcome back to episode 14 of the Hit the Showers podcast, presented to you by the Foolproof Entertainment Network. You should know my black ass by now. I am your host, Clifford Jordan Jennings. And we have my pops in the building, Clifford Jordan Sr. How you feeling?
Absolutely fantastic. Glad to be back.
Right.
I mean, long time no talk. It's been almost 24 hours.
Right, almost. We're approaching that. And for everybody who is a fan, you know we are missing that one guy, Malcolm, 7th round, pick 300 king, but he will be back with us. He just had prior engagements that had to be taken care of, and I am not mad at him, but let's get into it. It's been a lot of movement around the NFL recently. The number one thing that comes to mind to me is that big opening day Patriots move.
Yeah.
What y'all think about that? I mean, I don't know if it was you that I had the conversation with or if it was Malcolm, but I was saying that that Brady Belichick whole thing that they had going on. You know what I mean? That I saw a lot of people say that that's hands down going to Brady now, you know? And I definitely agree that Brady's a great quarterback, but I don't think you could just give the win to Brady that easy when we know.
But you can, because he won another Belichick by any means. Like, Belichick is still one of the greatest coaches of all time. He has managed to do things with what I would call, in a lot of cases, what a lot of other teams have called, like, inferior talent.
Right.
Like, he has an ability to turn people around, generally speaking. Now, don't get me wrong. For everyone on that camp, he's had a Brady, he's had a Gronk, but I think generally speaking, he's been able to turn what have otherwise been kind of mediocre careers into solid teams.
Right. I only give him a half a point because, as we discussed, Brady's stars aligned. You know what I mean? When he went to Tampa Bay, there were a lot of things that played in his favor going there.
But a lot of that was driven by him.
Right. But here's the thing. As a coach, you can't really put yourself in a position like that as you can as a player. You know what I mean?
I on that.
As a coach, you have to develop the talent that's given to you, whereas you're a Brady, I can say, I want to put myself around these people and win a championship.
If you don't think Belichick plays just as much a GM role for the Patriots as a coach role, you're crazy.
Well, here's the thing. Here's what I think drove that is because we also said, last week or the other week that the Patriots were hit the hardest when it comes to holdouts, people not playing due to COVID.
They had a fair amount drop because of COVID.
Right, injuries, people catching COVID. So while we can say Tom Brady's stars aligned, it was almost like Belichick's, fell out of place. So I only give Brady a half a point for that, and I feel like that's the reason Belichick has gone so aggressive in this free agency.
Well, but to that point, Cliff, like it ain't pie. Both things can be true. They're not mutually exclusive. And I think that's really what we'll learn.
All Brady. 100% all Brady. 100% all Brady. You take Brady away and Belichick fell on his face. And he showed me what kind of person he is when he picked up a sorry-ass quarterback like Cam Newton. So, therefore, you can't be as intelligent as you say you are. You had Gronk. You had you had Brady. His other championships he got lucky on some of them because the Raiders got ripped off on the Tuck rule. So you take the Tuck rule back, they probably would have won the first one. Let's say the second one when Pete Carroll was stupid and didn't run the ball with Marshawn Lynch. So there's another one. So that all falls back on coaching on dumbass part like Pete Carroll didn't let Marshawn run the ball. That would have been a Super Bowl he would not have won.
I don't disagree, and y'all will hate me for saying this or hate on me for saying this.
No.
The bottom line is they've won their division like 15 out of 20 years. There's no other fucking team in the NFL that's done that.
Who's in that division?
No, I'll give you that. It's not the
Buffalo
toughest,
Bills.
Yeah, it's not the toughest.
They just turned themselves around. Buffalo getting ready to take over. But my thing is,
right.
Look what Belichick's doing now. He's fucking buying everybody in the league right now to come over and try to make a championship team just to keep up. Because as soon as I can't say it's not Brady, because as soon as Brady walked away, he took a team that was losing and won a Super Bowl with him.
I hear you on that.
Wait. You mean the Tampa Bay?
Yeah.
They had already started to turn it around.
Right. They were on their way up, though. That was like a
missing piece there.
Right. That was like a LeBron going to Miami thing. You know what I mean? Right. Miami wasn't the best, but he knew if I go there, this team's going to be stacked. They were already, their wide receivers were already shitting, so Brady was like, those look like pretty good weapons I could use there. And if
but it took Brady to do it. If you'd kept Winston there, they would not have won.
I don't disagree with that at all. I mean, I guess we'll find out next year in New Orleans.
Yeah,
if you left Winston would have stayed there, they wouldn't have won. You took Big. You could have put Big Ben over there, they wouldn't have won.
But now let me ask you this, is because this is another thing that you may have to give Belichick credit for, is that he's always stacked that pot. You know what I mean? It hasn't been until this week that he's pushed all his chips in and said, let's let it ride. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And that's kind of what, to your point.
Okay, here we go. Advocate. You're playing the advocate here.
Uh-huh.
So is he a coach or a GM?
He's all of the above.
Wait a minute. Is he a coach or a GM? Because Andy Reid said for a fact that when they won their Super Bowl, he didn't make no calls. He didn't do nothing. He just put the pieces in place, and they won it all.
Well, and honestly, Urban Meyer's the same way. Like Urban Meyer is a GM. He's not a coach. He
said he wasn't going to coach.
Fucking X's and O's since maybe his first couple of years at Florida. Maybe
he knew they could get the job done. He picked everything he was supposed to have, and all he said he's all going to do is just walk around and facilitate.
And I tell you what, the best staffs that I've been on at the high school level, even head coach ain't super engaged.
Right.
Mm-mm.
Exception of maybe Jeff, and when he was calling the offense, he put the right people on as his
in the right places.
So he doesn't have to do shit.
I'm just saying that whether you want to call him a coach / GM or whatever the case may be, you got to know when to hold him and know when to fold him. And right now, it looks like he's
pushing his chips all.
You know what I mean? Because I'm saying beyond the 14 free agency pickups he picked up over the week, they're sitting very good when it comes to the draft.
Well, they are. Right. We're fucking terrible this year. The other side of that, though, is the Patriots traditionally don't do a lot in the draft. They put together pieces of, like, basically, going back to my earlier point, mediocre players from other teams or guys that have been on the cusp of greatness.
Right.
And just putting them in the right positions in their system.
Right. Now, I'm glad you brought that up because
they are a system-driven team. They are not a player-driven team.
Right. This brings up my next question because you see that, of course, Belichick likes that tight end, that double tight end threat, and he just picked up Jonnu Smith and Hunter Henry.
Right.
Now, my
question is the Bills still need a tight end.
Right. And it was a few good ones that got picked up, too. Right. That's what was kind of...
Buffalo hasn't done shit except Emmanuel Sanders in this fucking free agency.
It's the same as the...
Hey, but Buffalo is tight. I can't say nothing about Buffalo. I used to laugh at Buffalo, but now I say, oh, shit.
Listen,
Buffalo is an oh shit team now. Buffalo, oh shit.
And now they got Mitch Trubisky too. Like, that's a hell of a backup. Now Josh Allen can be the quarterback that he always wanted to be, the suicidal kamikaze. I'm gonna hurt myself.
Be a decent backup.
Right. I bet you they give him a little bit more free reign to be wild out there and do those crazy runs you like to do. Because worst case, we got Mitch in the back.
We still need to find a fullback, and we still need to find a tight end, Barry. But it's depth in those positions, because when we were at full strength in those two groups in particular, we were fucking lights out.
Right.
But the problem is we got a little banged up towards the end of the year, et cetera, and not having a running game fucking kills us.
Listen, that's another
outside of Josh, obviously.
That's another reason why I feel like this was a genius move by Belichick. And when you save your money for so long, you can address every weakness you have on your team.
Everything players are going to translate to the league.
And then beyond that, it seems like none of the deals were hella extravagant. Like, oh my gosh, why did you do that? They all seem to make sense. So I gotta think that Belichick has an opportunity to really do something with this. And listen, they actually play Tampa Bay this year. So he gets a shot at revenge in the actual game because they're playing in New England this year.
And if anybody
and loaning them and taking advantage of them are two different things.
Different things, agreed. You gotta have the right.
Let's be honest, it wasn't like the Bucks really looked good away.
That's true. But no. Hold on in the beginning. Andy Reid said he wanted to come out and throw the deep ball, throw it strong until Tom took over the offense. Came in over the team. He tried to make Tom fit his offense, and they stunk. When he handed the reign over to Tom Brady, they started taking off. And after that point, I don't think nobody could have beat him.
Okay, I see what you're saying. So you think that was Andy Reid's falling back into position, which is what?
Yeah, he said, hey, I know you the GOAT. I'm going to step back.
Okay.
Let you run the show. Then on top of that, Tom Brady took another pay cut, which he can. Took a pay cut that's going to make him even more lethal.
Right.
And I tell you what, his coaching, Tom Brady's a coach on the field. We have a head coach that don't even know how to coach. They know he's a football guru, football smarts. He's one of the people that's smart, book smart. So he's football smart, but football coaching the game, he's ignorant.
John
Gruden. Gruden is the dumbest coach I've ever seen in my life. He lets all the best players go. It's like he's allergic to the best player.
Gruden. This goes back to he is not a field general coach. He is a build the system, put the system in place, teach everybody their assignments. And if that comes apart, well, what's not flawed is the system, it's the execution.
Right.
And not being able to adjust. Like, honestly, I was a D coordinator for 4 or 5 years. And the one thing that I felt I always did really well was halftime adjustments.
Right.
I could go in at halftime and I could flip 2 or 3 little things, but stay within our box. And the players would be like, boom, got it, coach, and execute. And we were a team, the 3 out of the 4 years, we were basically able to shut teams out in the second half, period.
Right. So let me ask
can't even say
I
can't even say the Raiders had a bad defense. I can't say they had a bad the defense was bad, but I can't say that the players were bad. It was the coaching.
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 Defense is all about
a mix of both, I would say.
I'm say the coaching. Go
ahead.
For one, you give too many players freedom of reign because like John Abrams just ran around like he was lost. He just ran around and wanted to hit everybody, wanted to prove everybody he was a hard hitter.
Yeah.
And if a good coach would have set his ass down and said, "Look, dude, stop running into people. You only 190 pounds. Quit trying to knock people out in the NFL. You can't do it.
Right.
Cover. Give me some interceptions. Get the ball back for us. Stop just running around running into people before you end your career like Troy Polamalu. And you're not even on Troy Polamalu's level.
I mean, when it comes to the Raiders DBs, I just feel like they need veteran leadership is what it is. And I saw that they were looking at what is it? What's due you seen that Richard Sherman and what's his name? Not I always want to say Ed Reed. It's not Ed Reed.
Yeah, you're talking about
the safety that played with Sherman.
You talking about Clinton Dix or
no?
Who else is out?
Damn,
out there in the free agency?
I can't think of his
name. Harris.
Damn.
Anthony Harris.
No, that's not him.
What is the other one?
I just had. God damn it, that's gonna bother me, man. But Sherman tweeted, "Get the band back together, huh?" With question marks in the thinking emoji to the other dude talking about in Las Vegas. So they're thinking of getting trying to
read. Okay,
you're
trying to put the Seattle.
Damn, that's gonna bother me.
The Legion of Boom type deal,
right?
Yeah, basically reuniting the Legion of Boom
Legion of Boom,
Las Vegas,
right? Sherman tweets.
I'm glad they got Gus Bradley though. He's a better coach. But I don't even want to talk about the Raiders. They suck.
Yeah.
Earl Thomas, Cam Chancellor.
Is it Earl Thomas? It might be Earl Thomas. I think it's Earl Thomas.
Yeah.
He was out there last year. Nobody even picked him up.
Either Earl Thomas tweeted Sherman to get the band back together and Sherman put the thinking emoji, or it was vice versa.
The problem is the Legion of Boom's getting old.
Well, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sherman's 32 and Thomas is 31.
Which feels old for corners.
Right, but what I think would be a benefit to bringing them on is you still got Arnett, you got Damon Arnett, and you got Abrams. To have two veteran DBs on the field with you out there like that, like getting that experience from that, I think could definitely develop them to the point that when it's time to let them go, it's on y'all now. We passed the range, you know what I mean?
Right.
But you know what, Mike, you just said it, Mike. You coaching defense. Listen to what I'm trying to tell you. Arnett is a joke. He comes in the league. He comes in the league trying to be like some superstar. Dude, prove yourself first.
Yeah.
Prove yourself first. I mean, every time I watch the highlight of Arnett at practice, he's dancing and trying to make rap videos. Dude, get your head out of your butt, man. Play ball.
Listen, I think he got the ability to
be
but great.
You got the ability. But if ain't nobody grabbed you by the reins and said, you know what, dude, you ain't made it yet.
Right.
I mean, but
you ain't made it yet. You can't be a star.
That comes back to coaches.
Exactly. You can't be a star if you ain't got no twinkle.
That comes back to coaches, and that comes back to locker room leadership. And
locker room leadership.
There's nobody on defense for the Raiders. I'm so glad we got rid of Eric Harris.
Oh, he's horrible.
I'm so glad we got rid of him. I'm
glad we got LaMarcus Joyner.
Listen, it just blew my mind that we had him out there week in and week out, and I was like, y'all ain't gonna. It was almost like Carr, like y'all ain't gonna take him out, huh? That's y'all's guy. Getting burnt on this is something we definitely need to address. We've done a decent job on the line, the defensive line, with Ngakoue. That's a good pickup, I thought.
Y'all paid him
big
bread.
Money.
No, he didn't make a lot.
He got
you look at his contract compared to a lot of other guys, he took a pay cut.
He got $26 million, 2 year, $26 million, 12 guaranteed. But I mean, that's like saying Brady keep taking pay cuts and he on a $250 million. What's the name?
But like, Brady got a wife that makes $600 million a year.
But I'm saying that's like saying LeBron James is taking a pay cut because he's accepting the salary he has now. Like, yeah, because what his worth is more than anybody's willing to pay him, but the amount you pay him still pretty hefty when it comes to the quarterback.
It's nice, but before what he worked, man, he could have got more.
JJ just got $28 million across 2 years, so he's making JJ type money,
right?
And I don't think he's JJ type good. Now JJ's
I think so.
No, they did the amount of hurries that he did
was
on
up
a
there.
Quarterback was at least 8 a year. Yeah, that is right.
He got nothing less than eight sacks a year, and he does a lot of hurries. And you know what? The difference between him is, and look at the teams he's playing for. Minnesota was the best.
And that's saying something because
right.
Minnesota ain't been shit.
But yeah,
we'll see. You know what? This is his make or break year. If you go to the Raiders who ain't had more than 20 sacks a year, and he comes out making at least 10 or 11, 12,
right.
13.
You know he will. Oh, you know he will.
He's going to make the name. He's the new John Gruden made up for the Khalil Mack debacle with this one.
With that one. I hear you on that.
I can see that.
But he ain't did nothing else after that.
And it's less money, you know what I mean? Because listen,
other than trading away one of like the top centers in the league, so
that was dumb.
But they but the reason why they said they did that,
he would take a pay cut.
The dude, they said the dude behind him, they had already been liking more. Like they thought he was developing to be better than that center. And then when that center didn't want to take the pay cut, they were like, well, shit, we'll go with dude. He was catching you anyway.
Right. But the flip side of that is like find somebody that needs it then, and not just a third-round pick. Like a third-round pick seems low.
I agree. He's the best center in the league.
Top 5 centers in the league.
Right.
Like,
but my thing is this: you get rid of all these
take
players
him for a second-round pick.
You know,
Yeah. Yeah. But my thing is, you getting rid of all this and creating all this cap.
Have to do more in the next month or two.
We're gonna have to, and
around the draft to make
the draft too.
Wow, yeah.
I hope they don't plan on, like you said, gambling that they can cover them spaces in the draft, because we might end up having the same year we had last year.
Right. Right.
But I do like the adjustments on the D line. I will say that, especially with like Crosby and all them out touch. You know what I mean?
You ain't looking.
To your point, is that that's something that they're trying to continue to piece together before basically OTAs.
Now there are a lot of good DBs in the draft coming out this year. I was looking at that, but once again, stand in and be great first year out the bat. Yeah. It's not basketball. You know what I mean?
Right. You get lucky sometimes, but not all the time.
Sometimes
the draft, you're not gambling on the current year.
Yeah. Right.
You're gambling for 2 years down the line.
Right. That's exactly correct.
But
so enough of them sorry Raiders. What's going on with the Houston Texans and your boy with the massage parlor getaways?
Man,
all these women coming out.
Listen,
that's rough, man. Like having the attention he's got right now, and for that to go down,
and ironic. And I read the article too. I mean, let's be honest. We have this Houston talk all the time. When James Harden said he wanted out of Houston, all you saw were articles saying he's not focused, he's out at the club, they got people, so no one else would pick him up, right? One from moving if they, because
don't want to move,
right? If he's not gonna play, he's not gonna play, right?
Right.
So the only thing we can do now is try to stop his the people that are interested in him.
Right.
And then you read the article and you see that CNN reaches out to the Houston Police Department. And,
so you think it's all set up?
I definitely think it's all a setup. Because that's the one thing that you can't prove otherwise, really. You know what I mean? You can't prove that. Because I know he didn't, if he did ask someone for a happy ending or whatever the case may be, it wasn't on camera. You know what I mean? He was smart enough to know he wasn't on camera. So at that point, it's your word against his. And we all know that the way this current generation is set up, you're damn near an animal if you say, I don't know if I trust her.
True.
Just because of the whole sexual assault thing. It's not saying that you don't think sexual assault is bad, but if you say, I don't know if I trust her, then you're automatically an animal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Man, you know what, to me, honestly, I really don't understand the purpose of the lawsuit. I'm really sick of this bullshit anyway, because of the fact that, he's a young man. He coming in, he asks you to rub his dick. So what?
That's how I
What's the big damn deal? What's the big deal? Are you making a big deal?
And you can say no.
Right.
Like, just say no and we done with it.
Like, I don't
know. If they said that he threw her on the table and raped her, that's a different story.
Right.
I asked you, hey, you know what? I asked you to rub my dick. You know what? Bullshit is all these chicks in this world today, they got money. You see all these gold diggers. He said, hey, man, you rub my dick for me. It's done happens with him probably 100 times, and he just asked you, and you want to act like you all sadistic.
Right.
You massaging him anyway. He just asked you to massage the extra part. You didn't allow him to do it. Just say no.
Right.
Just say no. Unless you did it and he squirted on you and you ain't like it. Like, oh my God, that's a lot. That's the only thing you can cry about. Oh, he got it all over my hair. I was a little too close to it. He got it in my face. Listen, what's the big deal? What's the big deal?
Well, we never heard any of that. So allegedly to all of that.
Allegedly.
Right.
A lawyer lady up there in the booth is telling me to say allegedly.
Yeah, she watches our back, that lawyer lady up in the booth. But yeah, no, I think it's all fabricated, G. Like, I think
it's ridiculous.
It's just convenient. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's very fucking convenient. And let's be honest. Worst case scenario, maybe he did. Maybe he did ask the girl to give him a rub and tug. Now, tell someone that felt so offended she reported it? Because it didn't sound like it from the police department. Or is it a situation where you have people that work for Texas going around trying to stir up a story? Well, we know he was in this massage parlor. Did he ever ask you to for anything extra outside of, you know what I mean? Like shit like that. Like it's
Acres 50.
You know what I mean? Like let's be honest. Like it's Houston.
You're right. If it had been one, two, or three of us, any one of us been on that table, they'd say, get your ass off my table. Or, get your ass off the table. Or they'd have said, hey, how much you paying?
right.
How much you paying? But because it's who he is.
Cash on the dresser.
Yeah, but because it's who he is, it's like, oh, shit, I can make some millions off of this.
Right. Yeah, I honestly feel like Texas should be ashamed of themselves. So fuck Ted Cruz. Once again. You dropped the ball again, Ted. You dropped the ball again. And then look, Tyrod Taylor is the Meghan Markle of the NFL, because you know what that family does to people that look like you. And just because you need a check, you gonna accept.
You go down there.
But you know what? The thing is, look. Everywhere Tyrod Taylor goes, some rookie takes his job.
Well, yeah, that's what he's designed to do.
It
started in
he's
Buffalo.
The red carpet for a rookie.
I think that's his karma for real, because he's been good enough in a lot of situations to lead the team, and then just by sheer luck, you know what I mean, they may acquire this person and now they're starting, or I twisted my ankle and I'm out for 2 weeks, but this guy stepped it up, so now he's starting, or the fucking nurse or whatever punctures your lung.
Yeah, just stick it in your fuck you up. Yeah.
Man, listen, I'd have sued the shit out of whoever that was.
Yeah. But I mean, Tyrod has gone from what? It was from Baltimore behind Flacco.
Right.
Buffalo to Cleveland to where was he?
Behind? Did Flacco beat him out? I think he got brought in when Flacco was already. Yeah. Okay. But what was the other team? You said Buffalo. Who got him?
Yeah, and then Cleveland, and then
didn't Cardale get him for a second?
San Diego.
Oh yeah.
When Cardale Jones, no, I'm talking about in Buffalo when he came out of Ohio State. He started over Tyrod for a little bit.
Yep.
And then
I thought Cardale went to San Diego.
No, he came out to Buffalo.
He came out to Buffalo, but he only lasted a year or two out there. Okay. Josh, like a couple years later.
Right. But yeah, I just feel like it's. I don't want to say karma because that implies that he did something bad, but I feel like to have that much bad luck, this is.
I also think
something you brought on yourself.
I think it's a role for him, man. Like, I think that
he's
brought in not to be a leader. He's brought in to basically teach the system to the quarterbacks that are coming up behind him. And specifically, he is a transition quarterback. He is a game managing transitional quarterback. He has, I mean, don't get me wrong. He took the Bills. I mean, almost took the Bills.
He looked good. He looked good, man.
He's great. He just can't stay healthy.
I don't get it.
It's got even if he tries to stay healthy, somebody stabs him. He just can't do it. It's
right,
like,
the own damn trainer or whatever the dude's
somebody
name.
Went to school for to do it, but still can't do it right.
Stabbed you to your goddamn lung.
He probably like, what the fuck? Why me? Why me?
They done brought the trainee trainer in. Like, well, try it on him. He's not.
Hey, what's that song? His theme song should be On the Road Again. On the road again. That motherfucker just can't seem to get. He can't do it, man.
He's a touring quarterback. Catch him in a city near you. But speaking of quarterbacks, what the fuck is
Rod is the Nancy Kerrigan of the NFL.
The Nancy Kerrigan. Damn. What's going on with Russell? Is Russell still? Is he gonna have locker obligations of being in a damn brothel? Assaulting
he ain't going nowhere.
Brothel.
He ain't going anywhere.
I guess
he ain't going nowhere.
I guess he's staying. I didn't really see them doing anything. They didn't really bring anybody in to help him on.
They brought offensive lineman in.
They did. I didn't see. Yeah, I didn't really see too much. To help.
They took what? They took Gabe Jackson from Oakland.
Oh, I did see that.
So they got a good guard in anyway.
I did see that.
So they try to improve his offensive line for him.
They picked up a running back and a tight end.
Yeah, I did see Gabe Jackson. Okay. But yeah,
So
is that enough?
No, but it's enough to tell you to shut up.
One guy from Las Vegas.
They got, like you said, they got a tight end, they got running back.
Yeah, you
got a guard. They do not. They still working.
I'm not as concerned as the tight end. Give me a tackle or something. Give me somebody that's going.
Can't run the ball
around me.
Block, so.
Right, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
it's a start. It's a start. Maybe a little start, but it's a start.
You think he gets out of there mid-season before like the trade deadline, or
no?
Man, I think he stays at least this year.
No, this year for sure.
Again next year.
Yeah, this year for sure.
Because I mean, I see a lot of it's been a lot of movement at the quarterback position.
A fair amount, yeah. I mean, and he could still be. I'm trying to think where would he go at this point because people have started to fill that gap.
I think they ain't moving him.
Unless he goes to Vegas. Although it sounds like y'all are trying to keep Mariota. Is that what I saw?
No, they told Mariota to take a $8 million pay cut
or leave. That's what it was.
$8 million pay cut.
They should have gave Carr an $8 million pay cut.
Yeah, he ain't taking no pay cut, and I don't understand how he's still there.
100, you gave him a high ass. You gave away Khalil Mack, gave him the big boy contract, and you're releasing every fucking body else.
Yeah.
No matter how much he fucks up the church's money, we'll keep him
in the future.
I just don't. I don't get it. But I seen your boy Ryan Fitzpatrick went to Washington, and Washington also picked up Curtis Samuels from Carolina. I thought that
nice.
That was a nice matchup to put together there. I don't know what they'll do with it, to be honest, but the Washington was one of them that was always kind of they're getting better, knocking on the door-ish, but they don't quite have that to get up over the hump.
Finish, yeah.
So I would like to see, new legs at quarterback, new legs at wide receiver. I would like to see what they do. Even though I can't stand Washington. Shout out to Michael Taylor. Fuck Washington. But the Washington football team, rest in peace, the Redskins. Andy Dalton went to Chicago, and the only thing I can say about that is your hair matches your uniform again. So that's a plus for you. When you take your helmet off, it's a good Sports Illustrated shot next to your mediocre stats. You think? In Chicago, yes. Well, you know what? Yeah. I think I'm starting to get the vibe from Andy Dalton. Don't get me wrong, because I don't want to say he's ever been an elite quarterback, but I'm starting to get the vibe from him that he doesn't want to be anywhere where you could blame it on him if it crumbles. You know what I mean? Don't put him on a team that has a shot at, making the playoffs, because then you can blame it on Andy as to why.
When they fail.
Right, because he's...
I know, honestly, I'm going to give it Andy Dalton. I think he's in the right spot.
You think in Chicago?
Yeah, yes.
What they going to do?
Yes. I think they're going to make some noise this year. Chicago got a hell of a defense. All they needed was a decent quarterback. They got some little bit of stuff to work with. Nothing Andy Dalton. I can't say Andy Dalton's bad, because when he was in Cincinnati, when they had a decent team, he was taking them he was getting them there. He just couldn't get them over the hump.
Right. He wasn't bad. He wasn't bad in Cincinnati. I will give
you Derek
that.
Carr.
He's a game manager.
Yeah, he's Derek Carr.
Game managing quarterback.
He's Derek Carr. And if your defense can keep you in the game, he can take you far. Now, I ain't saying he's going to win a Super Bowl, but he can get you to the playoff.
He can get you to at least into the postseason. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he can get you there. He didn't do bad for Dallas, but you got to remember, Dallas has a horrible defense.
Right. Well, the NFC
really
North
can't blame him.
Outside of the Packers, the NFC North is not great. So
right.
As long as you can win one of your head-to-head,
you're going up. You're going to the business. Yeah.
You've got a shot to make the postseason.
We'll
little noise. You can make a little noise.
We'll see about that one. I don't know how I feel about.
I think it's going to be this year. Is going to be a good year for football.
I think you're right. And honestly, this past 2 years has been, and part of it's because the Bills are good. Because usually I stop watching the NFL by.
Oh, the Bills look great.
But
I got to give it to you.
This has been the most like involved I've been in the NFL basically since I lived in Pittsburgh during their 2 titles in the 2000s.
I will say I will agree with you there, just because, as you know, Pop, with being a Raiders fan and not having the league pass, it's like you're kind of forced to watch a lot of the other local teams, and I'm entertained by them as well. So I'm not going to whine about it, you know what I mean? But I don't like having to go out somewhere to watch a Raiders game,
IPTV, bro.
Listen, I might have to keep it G with you.
But you gonna get the DirecTV?
Nah, that little jump off he got.
I've got internet TV.
What'd that do?
I can explain that off the air.
Right.
Leave it out there.
Right.
I mean, Cliff Senior. I know you used to have the
right. He had to set up
scramble box. It's the same principle. I'll put it that way.
Yeah. Hey man, I got tired of mine freezing. But I tell you what, I thought if you want to get some at the house, I'll go in half with you where it works.
Okay.
And I mean, it's only $20.
But yeah, if I go that route, I wouldn't need any fights and all that too. So
yeah,
that's probably going. I had to cancel my Showtime. They kicked me out and wouldn't let me back in. So I do got an extra subscription to put back on the tab. So that might have to be it. But
and I mean, that would get you everything. Like it gets. I've got all the pay-per-views. I've got all the premium channels.
Right. Yeah, we got
all the nudies.
Sometimes it's a little weak when it comes to signal or whatever.
I got all the nudie booties.
And it has these pin codes on it for those.
Right, I bet.
The lingerie league. Now we're gonna talk lingerie league now.
Andrew would be on the remote like this. like me when I was back in the day, flipping that knob, playing with the cord in the back. Like, come on, where is that?
If I get it, you gotta have it like half in, half out. Right. Just the tip.
Right. You stupid. But how do you feel about the Mitch Trubisky pickup though? Do you think that was necessary?
I don't, but at the same time, like I can't tell you how many people like texted me about it. I'm like, who the fuck cares who Josh Allen's backup is? Like,
right.
That's like betting that he's gonna get hurt. Why would you want Josh the whole? You know what I mean? I think that was more of a development move for Mitch than a.
I think so, and I think to your point earlier, like maybe it does open Josh up to be able to run the ball a little bit more the way he wants to. The bigger news in Buffalo is picking up Emmanuel Sanders. That gives you a strong third receiver to target outside of Cole. And I'm not saying like we were banged up at receiver again towards the end of the season. Right. But it's nice to add something to Diggs and Beasley. And
listen, I said it.
Brown was bad. Like he was good when he was healthy, but
I said it before. If Buffalo makes it to that Super Bowl, they rough Tampa Bay up a little bit more.
I agree with you.
They roughed Tampa Bay up a little bit more than the Chiefs did that game, and that's just.
I don't think Tampa's going this year.
You said what? This year it will. I'll be impressed. Because I
want to hear what they go. I want to hear what they're gonna do with Dominican Sue. They ain't signed him yet, I don't think. And I want to see what they do. I haven't heard that they signed him yet, and I want to also see what they do on their draft for defense. Yeah. But the offense is intact. The offense is good. The defense, I don't know if they can still carry that same load because everybody else is going to get better.
Right.
And if everybody gets better, everybody else, and then I'm figure it out.
No.
So that's going to happen. Too. And then all of a sudden, damn, wow, because it's like Baltimore. They beat the shit out of everybody when your boy was running the ball, and then last year he didn't have such a great season. So I don't know. I think it's going to be a little different.
He need to get back in the gym, man. He needs to get back. Yes, man. He needs to get back in the gym and like really work on your arm, man. Like first of all, I wouldn't even want to play for a team that did not trust me to throw the ball. That's not period. And they ran run play after run play with him. It had been to the point where if I was Lamar Jackson, I said, "Don't you have a fucking running back?" What do you want me to keep doing this for?
They're almost running him, or they're almost treating him the way they used to treat what's his name? Vince Young.
In Tennessee.
Randall.
Yeah.
But you know what? You don't really have any great receivers.
He doesn't. He doesn't have he has mediocre. What's the one dude on there I like? Matter of fact, that wasn't the third stringer that came in and had the biggest catch of the
Yep.
Like, come on, you know what I mean?
Like, they got
what's
his name? Hollywood or whatever name?
You might be thinking of who I'm thinking of. I just can't. His name's not coming.
And Antonio Brown's nephew, cousin, or something. Something Hollywood Brown or something.
Okay, I have heard the name. I didn't know that was his cousin or whoever.
Yeah, they said it's his cousin.
Okay,
but I can't remember. I'm drinking too many.
Right. Listen.
Let's see. Ravens depth chart: Marquise Brown, Miles Boykin, Devin.
Marquise Brown. They call him Hollywood Brown. But that's Antonio Brown's cousin.
I don't think that is who I was thinking of, though.
No, but he's a little speedster, a little squirt, little guy just takes off.
Right.
But the thing is, you can't throw deep bombs all the time when you got people coming after you.
Right.
And they don't have the same defense they once had.
No, they do not. It's not the Ray Lewis defense anymore.
No, when they got rid of Suggs, it took another dip and another dip.
Yeah,
and
they come back to reality.
Their defense is still good enough to hold you, though. You know what I mean? Like, if you can do something, like just on offense, do something.
Well, and that's the AFC North in general, right? Like that division in particular, it's built around defenses, at least traditionally, between the Steelers, the Ravens, even the Browns. Like,
right.
Those teams are traditionally
right.
In the top 10 defenses in the league.
Yeah, I would have to agree. I just don't like I just don't like it. I don't like his game. I'm not gonna say I don't think he's a real quarterback. No, I don't think he's a real quarterback.
I'm telling you, he's a 2000 Randall Cunningham.
Yeah, I don't think he's a real quarterback. I think I will go as far as to say I don't think Lamar Jackson is a real quarterback. Very talented athlete, not a real quarterback. I don't know.
He can't get you over the hump. He can get you there, but he can't get you over the hump.
Yeah.
James,
I got something for y'all. Hey, I got something for y'all. It's a twist. It's a little twist. What do y'all think about the CFL and the XFL combining?
I mean, it's a smart play.
Did they announce they're doing that?
Yes.
Really?
They're talking about doing it.
I don't know if that gets you to actually competing with the NFL yet, but it gets you closer.
Right.
They were saying they wanted to bring them together for more money.
Right.
So more television, more bring up to bring it up. I don't know if the XFL will poison the CFL or would the CFL improve the XFL.
Okay, I see exactly what you're saying.
I just want to see. I want to see that infusion. Who infuses who, and what kind of infusion does it give?
What successful year has the XFL ever had?
They never had anyone, but they you know, see. But the thing is, the XFL doesn't have to have a successful season. XFL is good for advertising. They're good for the glamour and the glitz.
It's almost like you take the CFL and you put the XFL faceplate on it, and you hope that that's enough because the CFL's been around long enough. They've got the right structure. They've got the right teams in the right places, that kind of thing. Can you take the XFL and put an XFL nameplate on the CFL and
bring them on the map?
Do you want to do that though? I would think go the opposite route. You know what I mean?
I think the XFL. You think the CFL has better name branding than the
just
XFL?
Because they've been around. You know what I mean?
I hear you. I get what you're saying. I think maybe it's some other combination. Maybe they renamed the league.
The XCFL.
Yeah, but the thing is this. The thing is this. When you go to the hospital and you're on life support and you have to, you're living, but it's not enough to get your heart to start. It's not enough to get it to jump.
Right.
You got to get the juice.
CFL has been on life support for years. So now, if you bring the XFL in, maybe you give them enough heartbeat that people start paying attention.
I agree with that.
And honestly, the big thing there in my mind is how do you structure it so that you are opposite the NFL's calendar? Like the XFL tried to do that last year before everything got shut down. The CFL, I think, bleeds over and crosses over maybe with the preseason in the NFL.
Right.
Give them give it its own window where you're not competing with the NFL?
Right.
Like, exactly.
Can you do a spring, early summer type
That's
league?
what it would have to be, like training camps, like when they're.
Yeah, the problem is that then you're still competing with like our NBA and NHL playoffs at that point. And I'm not sure there's a ton of crossover there, but there's probably enough.
But you know what? It's the right time to do it though, because the NBA is not even worth watching anymore.
What?
I don't think so. You only got there's only 3 teams you really got to pay attention to. The rest of it is window dressing.
From that standpoint, I understand exactly.
I mean, I don't even watch it until they get to the playoffs, because basically you're wasting my time, especially with this time management bullshit LeBron and them doing.
Right.
I mean, my son, I've been paying for my son the whole time. Me and my son, I've been saving up to take him to a game. We finally get to a game. LeBron says, "Well, I want to take myself out because I'm time managing."
Oh yeah, I had a conversation, not to take us off, but I had a conversation with Malcolm about that they need to guarantee, they need to put a mandatory on the games in a contract. Like for LeBron James, we're giving you this much money, you have to meet a mandatory 59 games. Anything under that, we start fining you $50,000 per game, because people are paying to see LeBron.
He plays.
And if I buy a ticket to go see and you're sitting out, I may never buy another Lakers ticket again.
The problem that you'd run into there is you'd have them start and then maybe play a quarter and drop after that. Or maybe
add that into the contract, that each game must have a limited 25 minutes per game, or that does not count as a play.
Yeah, I mean, look at it though. You see LeBron, Phoenix and all them doing fantastic right now. All these teams are really great right now.
Right.
But that's because the All-Star teams are sitting on their ass, and then all of a sudden playoffs time come, they decided to put their pants on, let's go play ball. And now we put our jerseys on.
Right. Like the guys that aren't as good have to work harder just to get there, when you can rest because you're good enough to sit out a few games.
Right. And then now it's playoff time. Now it's time to watch football, like NBA basketball.
It's so almost my point is, go ahead.
No, what I'm saying, like Brooklyn Nets.
Right.
The Brooklyn Nets should be like, now you already know Brooklyn's going to be in the finals. But who are they going to play in the West is the question. Is it the Clippers or the Lakers?
Oh, I think it's going to be the Lakers or the Jazz.
But my point is, you already know who's going. So why waste time? Why waste your money, waste your time now?
Well, not to switch it up, but let's be honest. Nobody pegged the Utah Jazz to be number 1 in the NBA. There's a lot of in the East, and now it's Celtics and, people passing you up. The Knicks are now at the damn near 7th spot. The Knicks haven't been in the since Grandmama, Larry Johnson.
Right.
So it's like
my point is, shift, who is going to beat the Brooklyn Nets over there?
Right. That's what it comes down to. A stacked team is always a stacked team.
Yeah, Utah Jazz is doing great right now, but in the finals, you already know it's going to be one of the two.
Yeah, I really don't see anybody beating the the Nets. I don't see anybody beating the Nets.
I said the Nets are going. Now, on the other side, who is it going to be, the Clippers or the Lakers?
Right.
But the bottom line is, one of them two are going to be playing against Brooklyn Nets.
Yeah.
So basically, I'm wasting my time going to a game.
From that standpoint, I do see why you say the NFL or the NBA isn't as watchable, because the NFL has stepped it up over these past couple years. Ever since that little and I don't want to say little, I'm sorry, that came out wrong. But the whole Colin Kaepernick scenario where people was like not watching the NFL or boycott the league. The couple seasons that took place after that were kind of fire to make you forget about saying, I'm not watching that no more. You know what I mean? Because I was one of those guys, I was like, I don't watch it. And a couple of years after, I was like, you know what, Colin, I ain't heard from you in a while. Let me turn on the NFL.
I don't know what... I think I got so sick of just the SEC in general. And, honestly, it's been frustrating is, how good... for lack of a better term, Ohio State has been, generally speaking.
Right.
It's just not watchable anymore. The Big Ten is not a competitive league as much as it used to be. And so with Michigan State and Michigan, not being good, it's college used to be my thing when it came to football,
Right.
and now I'm kind of like, yeah, whatever.
Right. I've been falling off of college too. I'm not gonna lie. You know what? I've been more. I've watched.
I wish that they would go to a true playoff system, and
Right.
Oh yeah,
I agree.
yeah.
I think you could have a November Madness, basically.
Right. Right.
I think Cincinnati would have made some
Ooh,
noise.
that would be lovely. Right around Thanksgiving too. Get you a nice little tournament going.
Right, and you could do the opening round could be Thanksgiving weekend, and you
That
could
would
have
be-
games on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and
Listen.
I mean they wouldn't want to compete with the NFL, so it'd probably be Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Right.
But you do a 16 team tournament, which gives you what 3 games, 4 games, gives you 4 games. Do 16, you take the 5 power conference champions, then you take the rest are at-large bids, or you take all conferences,
Right.
all the champions. That gives you, I think, 10 or 12, and then you fill 4 at-large bids and just let it go.
Right.
All right, fellas, I gotta hop off. I will give you my my hit the showers though before I do.
Yeah, do that.
Start warming up the shower for Bill Belichick.
Okay.
Start warming it up. So it's your season, man. You got something to prove.
What's
you don't
the-
prove it. It might be time. Might be
Okay.
time to hit the showers, Bill.
Now, before you hop off, is that hit the showers coming based just off of him and Brady, or just in general? Because I feel
Just
like in general, he
He's
got.
getting old.
Okay.
He got to step
He can
up.
do it. If he
He has
can't
to step up.
he can do it without Brady. It's time to move on.
Yeah, you got to step up now. Brady done proved his part.
Who's
Now
gonna
you have to
retire first, Belichick or Brady? That's
Brady. Okay, here we go.
Brady for sure.
All right.
Well, you know what? We love you and appreciate having you.
Yes, Mike.
Have a good one.
Until the next time, Pops, I ain't gonna keep you too much longer, but since it's
Oh
just
man, I'm
me
with
and
you. I'm with you to the end.
I
I'm
know
with you
that's
to the
right.
end.
I know that's right, baby. But did you hear about that Anthony Joshua Tyson Fury deal?
No, that's a nice one.
So they agreed to a 2-fight deal now.
No,
So
I think. Oh no, I
Right?
think Joshua.
that's-
Oh,
it's gonna be now. I got since you don't know, I got some information for you. So
nice.
right. So I guess apparently Tyson Fury paid Deontay Wilder step aside money while he's, still upset about that whole situation. I think they're still actually in litigation over the whole Glovegate situation too. So I don't know how that worked. He may not have had to pay him step aside money since he's, currently being sued by him. But it's funny is that I already thought that Joshua is a better fighter.
Yes.
I think Tyson Fury's slicker. I will say that. But Joshua is a puncher boxer. He has power and the ability to box.
Yes. I don't know. Tyson Fury, I like how, I like his toughness. I like his grit.
Right.
I just don't like his style. It's like an old man. It's like an old man, Jerry. Yeah, it's like that little shake and shimmy, little punch stuff. I mean, it's the fact that he could take a punch and he throws a hard punch.
I think he's slick
gets
too,
him
though.
through.
He is slick heavyweight. Like
He's slick, but he's
6'7".
I just don't see it though. I don't know. It's like
I'm gonna say,
I don't know.
Listen, I'll be honest, and I may be stepping out on a ledge here, but as far as heavyweights go, I think he's the slickest heavyweight since Ali.
I don't think there ain't no out there no more. So
But
yeah,
that's why. That is a lot of the
ain't no out
reason
there no
is
more.
why. But beyond that, the whole Glovegate situation. I don't know if he had anything in his glove, but his glove definitely wasn't on correctly. And that's not the first.
Oh, man.
That's not the first time that's happened to him.
To me, man, if you're a fighter, fight, baby. I don't care what you got in there.
No, I definitely
brass
understand
knuckles,
what you're
whatever.
saying. Right.
You know what? I can't call that in the streets. We fight in the streets, man. I can't tell you. Oh, you had this, man. Fight. You're a fighter, fight.
I agree 1,000%. But
Fighter,
let's be
fight.
honest: is this Deontay Wilder a true boxer? I don't think so.
No,
He's just a guy
no.
with power. He's not a.
That's it. He got a power punch, and you know what? Tyson made him look stupid, and
right.
That's the end of that. I mean,
Right.
he couldn't. I don't think Tyson can fight.
Now with Joshua,
Not that Tyson can't. Fight.
right. Now with Joshua though, you got somebody that actually knows the sweet science of boxing. So
Now I'm gonna see the real deal.
right.
I'm gonna see the real deal. Because I don't really see a heavyweight out there anymore that really impresses me. That makes me want to.
I don't either.
I want to spend my money.
I don't either.
I want to spend my money.
I don't either. I agree with you 100%.
So now with Joshua, yeah, I want to watch. Now that makes me want to watch that fight. I want to watch that fight.
You see that Mayweather reached out to Anthony Joshua and said that he would like to train him on his defense a little bit. And from what I've heard, Anthony Joshua has accepted.
Now that makes him even more dangerous.
Right, because you already know he's a puncher. The defense is what he needed.
Exactly.
So if Mayweather tightens up his defense, it's not too many people beating Joshua.
Exactly. I see it. But then I don't know how Joshua's chin is because I never really seen him.
Andrew Ruiz put him down, 3 times in that fight?
Yeah, I don't know. I just got to see what he's made of. But I think that Joshua could one hell of a fight.
No, that's the guy. Now, if I'm being 100% honest, that's the guy, in my opinion. I think Andrew Ruiz is set to take over the heavyweight division if he stays in shape and stays disciplined.
In shape. Right.
Because right now, working with Canelo, I've never seen an Andrew Ruiz fight, even with him out of shape and sloppy, where he looked bad. So if you're in shape and you still, I can't see a lot of people beating him. That includes Wilder and that includes Tyson Fury and all them.
Yeah.
He's already beat Joshua, so we know he can do that. And he wasn't as good a shape when he fought Joshua as he is now. So I feel that's dangerous for everybody. And matter of fact, he's supposed to be fighting Chris Arreola next weekend, I believe.
Who?
Andy Ruiz.
Okay.
Andy Ruiz and Chris Arreola are fighting. I believe it's either the end of March or early May or early April. I mean.
Okay.
And that's a good fight. 2 Mexican warriors too. Like that's gonna be a fight to see. But
I think honestly, the heavyweight division is wide open.
It is.
There's nobody out there that really wants it though. I mean, I just don't see nobody stepping up. I mean, that's the problem. Like I said, today's sweet science, there's nobody really into it as much as they should be.
I agree 1,000%. You know who I do think? There's 2 fighters that I do think are making sure the actual sweet science lives on, and that is your boy Shakur Stevenson and Devin Haney. I think that those 2 fighters are so technically sound that it doesn't make sense. And there was just an article. What was you about to say?
I didn't know they was fighting.
Well, yeah, Devin Haney's been calling everybody out. He called out Lomachenko before Lomachenko fought Tio. Then when Tio won, he called out Tio. Tio said he didn't want to fight him. He wanted to fight his mandatory Cambrosos. Now I guess Devin put in a bid to get the mandatory above Cambrosos. So now they're saying even though Tio agreed to the Cambrosos fight, he might have to fight Haney because Haney outbid him for the mandatory. So it's a lot going on in that division, but I don't know if I don't know how much longer Tio's gonna have those belts without avoiding.
Yeah. Okay, I got you.
You know what I mean? Because they even sparred. They even sparred since Tio got.
I didn't know that. How'd that
do? There's no footage of the sparring, but there's footage of Devin Haney walking up on Tio at the last. I can't remember who fought last big fight, and he was. You need that?
Nah, I'm good.
Okay, but yeah,
ain't nothing I need to. I don't care. Nobody text me. This is more important. Right. Let's do this.
Well, yeah, no. He called him at the fight, and they were talking about the spar, and he was telling him like you couldn't even hit me. And and Tio didn't really, like usually fighters would be like, "What you mean I couldn't? Like, what you talking?"
Yeah, I mean, that right there enough is make me sign a contract. Let's do this.
He was like, I'll get you next time type shit. You know what I mean? Like that's not. So I feel like he's avoiding him for a reason, and I feel like that was a bad move on Tio's management to even put him in a sparring with somebody you could potentially be fighting, because that lowers your confidence.
Right.
That doesn't necessarily mean Haney's better than you. He just may have got the best of you that day. But now you're questioning yourself like, do I want this fight right now? I think I should run from him for a second, get better.
Right.
And now I think he's getting exposed. But that's supposed to be a fight that's coming up. They say if it's not going to be this fight, it's going to be the next fight after. So They're saying we should have that Teofimo Lopez Devin Haney fight before the end of 2021, which I am looking forward to.
Okay.
Other than that,
nice.
Terrence Crawford and Sean Porter is apparently in the works. That'll be Terrence Crawford's hardest fight he's ever fought.
Yeah, I'm over Crawford.
I like him. He's a talented guy. I don't know how you fare against a Sean Porter that puts his head down and roughs you up for 12 rounds. You're not going to knock him out.
No, but but you got the boxing ability to stay off of him. That's my thing. I mean, I don't know. You could outpoint him, but I don't know. I agree
that Terrence Crawford's footwork is nice. Like, he does have a nice footwork. Nice. He just doesn't know where to put his head. He gets hit with punches I feel like he shouldn't be getting hit with.
Overconfident.
That could be it. That could
overconfident.
He's overconfident. I might not have looked at it like that.
He's overconfident. But you know what? I mean, maybe he's overconfident. But he's got a skill set.
He is. He's great. He's great. He's a great switch fighter.
But you know what? Fighting somebody who has the ability to knock you out makes you a little bit more hesitant.
You think? So you think he'll slow down a bit against
I think he'll slow down a little bit. Yes.
Because Porter is a tank.
Because you know what? If I knew somebody could knock me out, if I knew somebody had, you know what? If you're going out into a street fight, you know the person got a gun, you go out looking, peeking.
Right.
You don't go out, just run out there. You go out peeking.
Right. Waiting for your opening.
Yeah. Right. So that's what I think. He might be a little more cautious.
But I still don't think that you got enough to put him out. I don't think nobody puts Sean Porter out.
Then you got to go back to Mayweather.
Has he ever been knocked down before?
Yeah, but Mayweather didn't knock everybody out, but he had the ability to stay away, make it look bad.
Listen, you might as well, but Sean Porter's different. He might as well be boxing with a football helmet on. He lowers his head and his shoulder and will go in and throw punches. That is not somebody that Terrence Crawford fares well with. He had problems with Gamboa, a shorter guy that was coming in on you the entire fight. And we all know Sean Porter is not a Gamboa. He started out amateur as a light heavyweight.
Okay.
He fought Usyk he beat Usyk in the amateurs. And Usyk's a heavyweight right now.
I guess I'm going with my heart. I guess I don't know. I'm thinking heart.
Listen. I do see Terrence Crawford winning that fight if he doesn't get stopped.
Don't get sloppy.
If he doesn't get stopped, I do see him winning that fight. Don't get me wrong, but I just think that's going to be a very tough fight for Terrence. I think no, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't go as far as saying that.
I think it could be It's a good one though.
Yeah, no, that's
a good one. That's what I'd pay for.
I'll pay for that. What we say before, the Anthony Joshua, I definitely pay for that.
Yeah, I pay for that one.
There was one more.
I think Fury has the punching power to do it, though.
You think he has the punching power to do it? Well, yeah, because I mean, AJ's kind of proved his chin suspect.
Yeah, I think Fury has the punching power to do it.
I don't think he knocks him out, but I think
he don't have
a couple knockdowns.
To do it. He has the punching power to do it. I don't think he has a combination of like speed to do it, but he has the power. Did
you see AJ's last fight though against
no.
I think it was Alexander Povetkin? Listen, I'm not gonna call myself an AJ hater. And when I say hater, I don't mean hate as in hate. I mean hating on him for the listeners out there.
Right, I got you.
But I wasn't a fan of him. But when I saw him fight in that Povetkin fight, I was like, this nigga looks pretty. Like, this is the first time I've ever seen him move and look like he looked pretty
footwork
out there.
And all.
Like step backs and like all, like it was like I've never seen an AJ fight like that. And it goes to show that I feel like now that his O is gone, that he's no longer undefeated. Because he lost to Ruiz, he has no nerves.
No limitation.
Right. Like, I'm scared to lose. Like, he's not thinking like that. He's just thinking go out and fight.
All the expectations, everybody, all the pressure's gone.
He looks great, man. I'm not going to lie. Myself. I'm not going to lie. The man looks great. I'm not going to lie.
That's what it takes sometimes. Sometimes people fold the opposite way, and some people just they've been free.
Right.
You just freed me now. I don't have to worry about losing no more. I don't have to worry about nobody holding expectations of high. Expectations, I can just go out here and do my thing.
You already saw me lose, so what else you worried about?
Yeah, so now I can just go at it. I don't care.
Yeah, that's
If I
definitely.
lose again, so what? I lost. That ain't my first loss. Go ahead.
Oh, that's
and do
the
this.
other one. The Teofimo Lopez, Devin Haney. That one I'd pay for. But he said he wants to bypass Haney, and he wants to fight Tank. I think that's a more dangerous fight than the Haney fight for you. Don't do that. Don't do that, T.O. Don't do that.
Okay.
Tank's moving up to 140 though.
I'd rather I see Tank.
Listen, I'm taking either or. I'm taking Tank or Devin in that.
I'm going Tank.
I think if Lomachenko got his rematch, he would beat him. I think he would beat Teofimo Lopez in a rematch.
You think?
Yeah. Because
you know what?
He turned it on in the last half of the fight. It wasn't a half,
right.
Like the sixth, but like around 8th round, he turned it on and he started working T.O. over until that 12th when he was like, okay, let me finish strong. I feel like if he'd have started earlier,
I get that.
If he'd have started earlier, he might have, got the points.
But why is Lomachenko not making no noise about it though? That's what I don't get.
Because he was the one that put the no rematch clause in the he thought he was going to run through the boy and he could say, win. No, I don't want a rematch. So now T.O.'s like, oh, no, you didn't want a rematch. No, I'm not giving you another shot.
I got you now.
You know what I mean? And I respect it's not that I respect him for that, but I understand why you would do that. You pegged me to be the loser, so why would I give you another shot?
Make you suffer for a minute, but I'm gonna do it again because I want more money.
Right?
I'm gonna make you look bad on. I'm gonna make you look bad on the rematch. I want to knock
you out. I don't want to.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm gonna do it on the rematch.
I want to knock you out. I don't want a decision. So yeah, I'll give you a rematch. But
yeah,
I also said he's running from Devin. So if he's running from Devin, of course you would run from Loma, and of course you would run from someone you think would cause a threat to you
because you feel like you got lucky on your win. So yeah,
and I got all the belts. But one.
Yeah.
So I don't want to just give it up just this quick. I'm getting a lot of attention. So let me run from y'all
fight some cab drivers.
Exactly.
Let me get a few cab drivers, put somebody in my pocket.
So
I got you.
I don't see him do that's not a good move for him and Tank. Don't do that. Tank is gonna hurt you.
No, definitely a no.
That Tank will hurt that boy.
There's a whole different scenario now.
Yeah, now you're really in the and that's the thing. He was only at that was his 17th fight. I think Lomachenko's fight was he was 17-0 on that fight. Because before I think he was 16-0 when he fought Richard Coleman and got the belt. So that was a big step up for him too. You feel what I'm saying? Like he wasn't.
I can't remember record. I've been on that Berlanga thing here.
The Berlanga, Edward
Berlanga.
Listen, he been calling out Canelo too. He's not ready though.
No, he's not ready.
He's still developing. Don't jump to Canelo yet. Don't do that.
Not when you ain't really seen what you really capable of
yet. You ain't been past the first round. Do not get in there with a demon like Canelo.
Yeah, you don't know what you got until
I see him getting stopped.
But I kind of want to see it though.
Oh, everybody wants to see it.
Because I never, you know what, you ain't been past the first round, so I want to see what
he has natural God-given ability, but when you put that, it doesn't matter. They say hard work beats skill, and skill don't work hard. And I'm not saying he don't work hard. I'm just saying that the skill that Canelo has, regardless in those little first 16, 17 fights you got, it's not enough to get in there with somebody like that. Canelo just said he wants to fight for the next 7 years, 3 fights a year.
Did he?
Next 7 years, he's trying to sign a contract now. Next 7 years, 3 fights a year. He's trying to get to, I think he said, at least 75 fights before he retires.
You know, I know my thing is, who was that? Roberto Duran? Who's that one got the 99?
Chavez. Julio Cesar Chavez Sr.
To me, when you get to a certain point, you feel like you can't be beat. Man, why not take on 4 or 5 fights a year?
Right.
I want to break a record.
Right.
You can't. I want to break the record.
Right. I mean, that's kind of what Chavez did, though. He lost at 89. He was 89, and he lost on his 90th fight.
He didn't think he could be beat. He wanted to fight everybody.
And didn't he end like 104 and 110? No, I think he lost a couple.
He got 100 fights.
Yeah, he lost a couple.
He lost a couple. Yeah.
I think he lost 2 or 3. So,
but my thing is, he lost a few. He lost a couple in the end. But my thing is, in the beginning, though, he thought he couldn't be beat by nobody. So that's my point. Today's fighters don't really challenge
Right.
It's more of a like a. I don't know, man.
Thing. It's the it's a green print. Mayweather actually said it. Don't follow my green print. The how to make money in this sport. And when it went from glory, being, fighting for glory to be that guy on top, to fighting to be in the best position. Right. And don't get me wrong, because when you do put your life on the line to step in that ring, I do believe you should get paid. But I don't believe that you should just join a sport like this if that's all you're wanting to do. You can get paid doing something else.
You get your head kicked.
Right.
You get hurt.
You can get paid doing something else easier. I don't think you should just jump into a fight sport just to get paid. That kind of is weird to me. But
it's stupid.
That's the way the kids will operate now. Look at Sugar Ray Robinson. He was 96-0 before he lost his first fight.
He didn't even train. He only trained by dancing.
Right.
He wasn't even in the gym. You look at his bio, man. He went out partying every night, dancing every night.
Right.
That's what gave him his exercise. But
he got a little gym footage. You could tell he was in there for some.
He's in the gym, but he said he danced a lot. Right. He danced a lot. He went out partying and dancing a lot.
But yeah, I don't know. I think the issue when it comes to that is we don't have it in schools anymore. We don't have it like it's not as open to kids like in recreational
the gyms don't have it no more.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So it's like you don't get to learn who came before you to really love what
what you're doing.
And it just I'm good in the gym, so I want to make
But
some money.
Thing is, the coaches today are about money too.
Right, you're right.
Back when I was coming up boxing, the coaches were like they got paid through the city.
Right.
Or the state, and that's how they got their money.
That's why they need more recreation center gyms.
Yeah, but now these gyms they want every nickel and dime you got.
Right.
And then they're not even coaching you right. Or know how to coach you.
Oh, they're not coaching you right because the city's the one who's hiring them, and the city doesn't know who's best fit to be developing these kids. They just want the guy who's going to be available, who accepts the right dollar.
That can open the door.
Right.
You can open the door, let you come in. They're not calling coaches and saying, hey, man, I got a fighter down here. I'm looking for some fights. Who you got in your gym? We can set something up. I got 4 fighters. You got 4 fighters. But then another
thing, look at the locations of the gyms. Like even Thompson's isn't in the most opportune area, when it comes to like
it's downtown. Yeah.
Right. You know what I mean? Like the inner city kids are the ones that really come there to work to try to get out of their position. And unless you're around that area, you can't really get to that gym without getting on the freeway. You know what I mean?
Right.
Or going down Fifth Avenue past High Street and all that, or whatever. You know what I mean? Like it's too much for an inner city kid. And I don't see any rec centers for just a regular kid in a regular neighborhood to be able to go to pick up boxing.
Yeah, Beatty's good. Beatty, if you're in Columbus, Ohio, Beatty's a very good recreation center to go to.
I've been right there on off of Broad.
Beatty's nice. Yeah. Beatty's nice.
Yeah, that's not
Mount Vernon.
That's right on the cusp. It's like it's right on the cusp. You know what I mean? But I'm saying like in the city, like a walk around the corner.
Right.
Like there's nothing like that. There's nothing like that. No.
But we need more of that into we need more of that in our city, so that the young kids of the day, they're not really fighting, get them off the street instead of being gang bangers.
That'll stop violence,
retardation, and the violence. You give them an opportunity.
I agree 100%.
I know I ain't gonna tell you I was the smartest guy in the world.
That's what I was just about to say. Think of what it did for you. I'm not saying you were dumb. I'm just saying think of what it did for you. Think of what it did for you.
I wasn't the smartest in the world, but one thing, my athletic ability and my skills took me to another level. So, yeah. I want to put it that way. You know what? We need more to get people out there.
We did.
The whole, because I'd have been in jail more than I was.
Right. Listen, it's a negative stigma when it comes to fight sports.
Yeah.
But the bottom line is what I feel like it comes down to is it instills a level of confidence in kids that every child needs. if you know that I can at least protect myself, that I don't have to be scared in every situation that I'm walking into, then you start walking a little higher with your chin raised a little higher. You know what I mean? And kids need that, especially with all these kids killing themselves and being depressed nowadays. It comes
bullying,
from, right? Like just, and if boxing was in schools, there would be no bullies. Because if you see that little nerdy kid in gym class that's catching on to that combination, you're going to be like, whoa, I don't know if I want to keep bullying him because I see he's learning something.
He's learning, yes.
Let me calm down.
Yes.
So, I mean, I just feel like we're backwards as a world. We're trying to lead our kids away from hands-on.
Everything in reverse.
Right. Hands-on activities. Like, yeah, it may be dangerous, but you get a lot out of it. So.
Yeah, everything in reverse.
Don't be so scared.
Yeah, it's all in reverse. You know, just like you know what, it's in reverse. It ain't. We know sports talk shows. I ain't gonna get that deep.
Right, so but I understand what you're saying. I understand what you're saying. But other than that, I don't really have much more, if I'm being honest. So, if you don't have anything else, do you have anything else you want to bring up? I mean, I'm not in a rush, but.
No, I was saying I had some stuff, but I didn't get my notes from work.
I don't have all my notes. I only have the
notes. So my thing is, you know, it's just been, it was just pretty rough. But you know what the thing is? My thing is, who's logging in? Can we get some questions out there? They got them on there. You don't see them.
Listen, it's a dead day today. We had Malcolm at the beginning, and nobody else.
Okay, I don't have much. Like I said, I'm just looking at the situations of you hit it on the knot that we need to get our young kids out there back on the day, give them some more things to do. And I agree that the people like us of the old school needs to open up things. Even if we don't have a gym, we should be doing things to teach the kids around the neighborhood, to teach them how to get back into sports and stuff like that, to get their heads on straight.
In the park, shit like that. I mean, listen, right, we got to get to a certain level. We're going to do something with this podcast. And then once those things come, I already talked to you about it on post. Since we got a little bit of time, I guess we'll give the viewers an insight as to what we have coming up. I would like to, with every season that we do a live event, whether it be a flag football game for the kick off the football season, or a pickup basketball game for basketball. You know, go to top ranked golf for golf season and do a game there if they'll let us record. But shit like that. So I wouldn't mind, once we get to a certain level, of incorporating the community in on those events as well.
Exactly.
Of course, once we get to a point. Right now, we're just small time.
Right.
But once we get there, I would like to incorporate the community in on those events also. So, I could definitely see us getting to a point of having a little organized situation, whether it be for kids at the park or whatever the case may be. But for that, you would have to stay tuned and show that you appreciate with a like, subscribe, and share. Recommend it to all your friends who may be interested in all that. Also, we are looking for additional guests, I'll call it. Nobody is a co-host until you're cleared, so we're looking for additional guests. If you would like to try out, there is an email address associated somewhere. You missed Mike. He would have been the one to ask that, and I know I should know it, but I don't. So go to the Foolproof subscription page on YouTube, and it's listed everywhere on there. So if that's something you feel like you would be interested in, definitely drop us an email, and I'll be in contact with you. We can see what we can't make happen. But as always, we love you, Pops. I love you.
Hey, what about about the females? Females out there that's watching our show, right? That knows a lot about the information about sports, and you want to get your voice out there.
Would like a female co-host. Yes. That's the truth. Oh, you know what? We didn't do hit the showers yet either. And I wanted to ask, my question was, that's what I didn't get to ask Mike, and I knew it. My question was, out of all of the quarterback changes that have come up recently, who do you think will do the best that isn't pegged to, not out of like college, just out of the movements that have been made?
Not so far.
Right. And Damn, I can't remember
You
what
want to
else.
make the
And
most?
then just the hit the showers. Now, just give me your best.
Mine is. I think Andy Dalton going to make the move.
You think so? You think he's going?
Yes, he got a good team. I think Andy Dalton's going to make some noise.
That's
I think
interesting.
he did good. He did good for Cincinnati, man. People forget that when he was doing great. Till AJ Green started getting hurt and didn't want to play for him anymore. Andy Dalton was taking him to the playoffs. He didn't win the playoffs. He didn't get him in the playoffs, but he was taking them there.
AJ Green left too. He went to
Yeah, he moved on. He went to hang on, I know it.
Damn,
he caught me off
I said
guard.
it too quick.
AJ Green just went to Arizona.
Arizona, I knew that.
They loaded
Ooh.
up. They loaded up. They loaded up big time. AJ Green went to Arizona.
Listen, before we close it out, JJ Watt needs to go to jail.
We didn't talk about Arizona.
JJ Watt needs to go to jail like Martha Stewart when she got her tax information because he knew something before he signed that Arizona contract. You hear what I'm saying?
Yes, he did.
Cut out.
I know it. There's somebody
good.
calling.
Oh, you good? But yeah,
I'm trying to. I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna hit the decline. Here we go.
I don't know.
I'm back.
I don't know what he knew something when he accepted that contract.
Yes, because everybody come to Arizona. Arizona loaded up.
They must have put out a rush to capital email.
And we didn't even talk about that. We should have talked about that one.
We definitely, while Mike was here.
We keep talking about the dumb butt Raiders, but I love them to death. But yeah, but Arizona loaded up big time. So as far as quarterback, I'm going Andy Dalton. Team go stepping up. Arizona. Yeah, I'm gonna say Arizona gonna be a team you better watch out for.
What you think about Arizona trading Kenyon Drake to the Raiders? And do you think that was a good
Kenyon
pickup
Drake is
for
really
us?
good. I think Kenyon Drake is really good. He's really good. He's more of a gadget running back. But to me, honestly, my heart and soul, and I hope they do it. Hey, sorry, all your Raider fans out there, but I really hope that we pick up our first round pick. To me, my first round pick would be Najee Harris from Alabama.
Okay.
I think Najee Harris is an excellent running back. He's a good receiver. He's a good blocker. He would improve our offense. Our defense will be all right. But I think our first pick should be Najee Harris.
So you wouldn't be mad at that?
I would love it.
Well, don't we have 2 first rounds now?
No, we got 1 first round pick. We got
2
second round pick.
2 seconds.
2/3.
Oh, it's 2/3.
2/3, a 4th, and a 6th round pick just gave back to us that we got back because they didn't give us the COVID thing.
Right.
Yeah, so we got a few 2 5th round picks. I know we got
back-to-back picks. I thought it was a second, but you said it was the 3rd.
Yeah, we got a extra 3rd.
Okay.
Because we traded with Gabe Jackson or Trent Brown, one of the two. We got a 3rd round pick for. So it's nice.
Yeah, I know we got like 15, 16, or 16, 17. One of the two. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Right. Yeah, whatever. I don't know about, like he said, I don't know about gambling at all in the free agency. But as far as
Najee be first.
You think? Like, that's my whole thing that kind of throws me off is the running back thing.
You want Najee Harris. He's a running back receiver. He's a blocker.
Listen, so if I get Najee Harris, then my immediate reaction would be to get on the phone to try to offload Kenyon Drake for a higher pick at that point.
Yes.
Like,
that's all
okay, I got Najee off round Kenyon so we can get a higher pick and get, you know what I mean?
Yes. You take Najee Harris. Najee Harris is a beast, man. He's the reason. Hey, you take Najee Harris, and you know what? Josh Jacobs, to me, is not as impressive as everybody say he is. He's too slow. He's good. But he tell me how many breakaway games he had where he break to a touchdown. He'll get you like 30, 40, 50 yards. He gets tackled. 30, 40 yards, he tackled.
I like him. I love him. He's the best, but I'm just saying.
I love him, but he doesn't have breakaway speed.
What turned you on yet? Because you used to love him.
I love him still. But I'm just saying he's not the game breaker. He can open up a game.
Maybe that's why they got Drake, because I think Drake's faster than Jacobs.
Yeah, I mean,
by far, at least from what I see.
He can break out. He'll bust through the hole. He gets you 20, 30 yards. He gets tackled. 20, 30 yards, he gets tackled. He's not the guy. He's not Ezekiel Elliott. If he gets to a hole, he's gone all the way. Josh will punish you. Josh will get big yards, but he ain't a breakaway touchdown threat.
But he's also he's durable as well.
He's durable.
He doesn't get hurt too much.
He don't finish. He ain't made a whole season yet.
Well, No, I definitely understand that, but I haven't seen any.
I think he's a beast.
Yeah,
I think he's a beast.
I haven't seen any injuries. I just feel like those injuries come from your style of running over those games.
He runs into people a lot. Right. He ain't scared of you. But the thing is, man, we need that one quick burst, Bo Jackson type, Ezekiel Elliott. I'm just saying Ezekiel Elliott.
Oh, no. I'm not disagreeing. I was just saying Kenyon Drake. When you said that, I was saying he is that one burst. But when you said Bo Jackson, I said, nope, that's not him. So you might have to go with your Najee Harris pick for that.
Yeah, I'm saying you need a back.
Size. He got some decent size. He's quick.
Yeah, that could get you a 4th and 3rd and 1. He can run it over.
Well, I would think
he can break it up.
Drake's all right for
that. Drake can do it. Drake can do it.
Even though he's not the biggest.
For a while. He's been in the league for a while.
Has he?
But am I saying on the top of that, I just say Najee Harris, my boy. That's it. I like to see Najee Harris.
I just don't know if I would want a running back drafted in the 1st round.
That's the bad part. But the thing is, look what Zeke did for Dallas, and look what
when he came
Henry
out.
Does look what Henry does for Tennessee.
I guess it's once your rookie contract is up, let him go because they're just gonna quit on you.
Right. I give you that.
They just working for a paycheck, and I'm not mad at them because as the NFL, they chew up and spit out running backs. You know what I mean? Right. And that was my position anyway. So I think you should get your money, but I don't want to see you just quit as soon as you get it. You know what I mean?
Exactly what Ezekiel Elliott did. And then I'm gonna say hit my shower, dude. Yeah. That's LeVar Ball. Once again, back in the line. LeVar Ball.
When he came, Melo came back to play with LA. Oh, he's talking about Lonzo?
He's talking about Lonzo again.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I didn't
He's trying to put Lonzo back on the map. He's saying Lonzo's having the greatest year. He should be paid more money. He shouldn't be. They need to get some more help for him. Blah, 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 blah. Well, he's back on Lonzo Ball.
He's having a good year, but
he ain't that. He's averaging 14 points a game. And LeVar Ball screaming that why he doing it? Because he can't control the other one, LaMelo.
Right. That's what I was just about to say. Is that his favorite son? Is that Lonzo's clearly his favorite son?
Yeah.
Because Melo does his thing. He
brags on Lonzo all the time, and Lonzo stunk it up. And Lonzo's not doing that great, but LaMelo has
I haven't seen him at one game. One of Melo's games.
LaMelo don't care nothing about that. Dad, go away. Just get out of my face. So he can't talk about LaMelo because LaMelo don't care for him. But
Lonzo.
Lonzo.
Right, all them L's.
Lonzo is his baby. So he brags on Lonzo because the older son sucks. And Lonzo is the one that he can control.
Lonzo's the oldest.
No, he got one that didn't make it.
Nope, Lonzo, Melo.
The little fat one from USC.
Or no, Lonzo, Jello, Melo. He's the middle son. Jello's the middle son.
Is that what it is? I thought
he came to USC after Lonzo was already in the league when he got caught in China for stealing the glasses.
Okay. Yeah. I just thought Lonzo came out early.
Yep. But he was signed to Detroit. I don't know what happened. They must have released him.
He can't play.
At the start of this season, he was signed. He got a jumper, but that's all he has.
That's it.
That's all he has.
But LaMelo got the whole game.
He has the prettiest jumper out of all three of them boys. Jello
and
does.
LaMelo don't care about none of the family. He doing his thing.
Listen, that's how I feel. He probably looking at his brother like, you knocked that crazy bitch up and you think I'm going to just be kicking it with y'all and you ain't my role model. I'm doing it myself.
Yeah, Dad can't tell me shit.
Listen.
So that's my hit the shower nigga right there.
I see.
Hit your fucking shower. Hey, you banking your whole life on your children. You's a loser. Hit the shower.
Isn't that the dream though? Isn't that the dream to be able to at least not to?
I would love for my kids. You know what? You and Chris and all y'all made it tip top. I'm gonna shut my mouth and just be like, that's my boy. That's my boy. But I ain't gonna be like, hey, my boy, you ain't treating it right. My boy, you ain't doing right.
Right.
Hey, look, the main person he talked about the most, LaMelo played for.
Jordan?
Yes.
Yeah.
LeVar talked to these dogs Jordan all the time.
I didn't even think about that.
I can beat Jordan. Jordan shouldn't beat me no basketball.
Now wait. Now this is a bigger question because we know how petty Jordan is. Do we think Jordan is turning Melo against LeVar
He might
Ball?
be. I think so. I
think that could be
think he should. And I'm going to laugh about it because I think he should.
No shit.
Because the bullshit is, I think he should.
He doesn't really rock with Melo like that, and I don't understand.
He don't.
I don't get that.
He don't.
I've been asking that on the basketball podcast for the longest. Why don't we see LeVar like jumping up and down for Melo? He's the son
LaMelo don't care for him. Because LaMelo don't care for him.
Listen, even if my children,
LaMelo ain't that one.
Even if LaMelo, my children,
LaMelo's his own man,
hate me to death, I'll still be rooting for you. You can hate me to the end, hope I die every day. I'm still gonna be rooting though.
Right. He can't control LaMelo. LaMelo's like, fuck you, Dad. I got my own shit. Hey, I'm playing for Jordan. You don't like Jordan, fuck you. And Jordan like, ha, 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 ha.
And Jordan's
so
petty.
That's my hit the shower. Because, nigga, you can't control that one. He doing his own.
Listen,
he doing his own thing,
and I'm on board. I'm a Melo fan,
and he is turning out.
I'm
the
a
dude's
Melo
like
fan.
19, 20 points a game.
I'm a fan, man. I'm a fan. I'm a Melo fan. I ain't gonna stunt.
Yes.
I like Lonzo coming out too. He just didn't develop right. He got good defense.
I think Lamar's trying to get Lonzo with LaMelo.
Well, he said that. He said he wanted all three of his boys on the Lakers,
play together.
But yeah, no.
He don't like the Lakers no more. He don't like the Lakers no more. They dog.
Now,
he don't like them.
If you put, yeah, you actually could. If you put, but it wouldn't work. Charlotte's not going to give him up. And especially if I think Jordan is as petty as I think he is, he's definitely not going to give him up. But if you put Melo on the Pelicans.
No. Oh, he ain't going to give him up.
Yeah, if
he's playing too good.
Melo on the Pelicans, because JJ Redick is their shooting guard. He can come off the bench like he did.
They ain't gonna put him off. Jordan, Melo is Jordan Kobe.
Well, no, I wouldn't start Lonzo. I would have JJ start and leave Lonzo on the bench.
That's what I'm saying. You can't take Melo off the game right now. Melo averages 20 points, 19 points a game.
Listen, he doing his thing. He
dunking on the best of the best of the
He's
dunk.
very clearly rookie of the year this year. Although
right,
Anthony
so you
Edwards
can't take him out of the game. I mean, Jordan ain't gonna get him up. He might take Melo just to laugh at LeVar.
That's why I listen.
But he ain't gonna give up his star. He ain't gonna give up the star. That star shining bright.
Yeah, I'm excited.
So now you see why I said that's my shower. Yeah. He's a shower.
I get it.
And he's not even a shower head. He's a shower dud.
Listen, you said it. Shouts to all the shower head fans out there. We appreciate y'all. Yeah. LeVar Ball in one. I see.
Yeah, he's all horrible.
Mine, I'm gonna have to say, as far as quarterback trades, I gotta go with Tyrod. I love Tyrod. I gotta give Tyrod. I love Tyrod. Tyrod is the best humble person in the world. He get hit with all the paddles in the ass, and he still keep coming. Listen,
he take that ass whooping, but he keep on coming.
He was great in Virginia Tech, though. I just wouldn't have thought. That's why I said it has to be something you did. Are you paying for something you did in the past? Because you are getting run over after run over.
He didn't make a good deal with the devil.
Exactly. That's exactly what I'm saying. Did he shortchange you? Call Lucifer.
He did not make a good deal with the devil.
Y'all need a contract.
He sold his soul for peanuts.
Right? What the fuck?
Because he damn sure ain't getting no steak.
At least the one nigga got to learn how to play the guitar. You just getting hurt over and over. Yeah.
He like, dang. Right. Simon Illuminati. He get fucked.
Oh shit! I don't know. Okay, that's my type. Tyrod's my guy. That's who's gonna have the best out of the quarterbacks that got traded. Hit the showers. That's a good one. I didn't even write one down. That's interesting. But before I give my hit the showers, I meant to say this on the last week's episode. Did you hear about Tom Brady's rookie card selling for $2 million?
Oh yes.
What?
Wow.
A living quarterbacks.
Oh, and your boy, hey, what's his name?
Who?
What's oh my god.
Somebody in the chat or
No, what's his name? He spent all that money on a damn digital card. What's his name? Gronkowski.
No, what a digital card?
He bought a digital card that's worth He bought the rights to a digital card and franchised something for a digital card. This new thing they got out now, these digital cards.
I heard about like when you got to wake up early in the morning.
Yeah, I don't know what's the hell. Yeah, a digital card. A digital card.
Listen, a living quarterback's rookie card sold for $2 million. In a pandemic recession.
That's retarded.
He's the GOAT, I guess. I don't know what
that's about. He's the GOAT. We gotta go.
You gotta give him that. Hit the showers though. I'm gonna say Malcolm motherfucking 7th round, 300th pick king. Yup. Enjoy your 100%. Evening and be safe, but hit the motherfucking showers, Joe. Hit the showers, chump ass nigga. We'll see you next time. But we love you. Pops, you got anything to say? Take us out.
Hey, I'm gonna say good night to all the shower heads. Love y'all. Stay tuned. Hey, peace out.
I know that's right.